So, Simone says that she's doing the panelling, but let's face it, I'm doing the panelling. So I went onto a website called Skirting World and ordered about £400 worth of wood. What we have here, the larger thick ones are dado rail. I went for 70mm by 25mm at 4.2 meters long, and I have 8 of them. So plenty of dado rail for the house. And then we have picture rail, which will create the boxing of my panelling, which is the 25mm by 15mm, and I've gone for this kind of non-centralized pattern, so it means there's no top or bottom on any one piece, whereas with a dado rail you have a definitive top and a definitive bottom. So I've gone for a kind of upside downy lefty righty one, so it means when I do my mitering I can reuse corners, because if you cut that, say on an open face miter, and then try and reuse it, you can't unless you've got another open face miter point, because you can't flip it upside down. Whereas with this, if you cut it like that, for instance, on the diagonal, you can turn it upside down and use that in a different direction. So it should work really nice. So far, I have cut the main kitchen wall length, and I've chamfered one edge so that it goes into the existing door frame. And we have an open face miter on this edge where it folds into the corner of the room. And then we have 2 more pieces, which are the wraparound with an open face miter and a closed face miter for the door reveal. So I don't have the luxury of having a table saw, but I bought one of these off of Amazon. It's a mitering tool. Essentially you get given your angles, so you can see on the top of there it says 25, 45, 0, yada yada yada, and that essentially gives you your cutting angle. You run your saw from one end to the other, you place your wood in the middle, clamp it down, and then you cut your diagonals. Really, really handy. Obviously a chop saw is way better than this. So the paint selection we've gone for is a standard Valspar wood undercoat and primer, and then we have this Dulux Easy Care warm pewter. Nice grey for the kitchen, very similar colour to the existing kitchen units.
Whilst I've left Joe downstairs doing the panelling, I've come upstairs to unbox new stuff that I've got for the house. As you guys know, I love my robot vacuums. I have one upstairs, one downstairs, and I'm needing a couple new ones for the new room. Can you hear that? They're knocking through the wall. Right when I start filming. Right, I think they've stopped. Well, it's a good job that I've got my 2 new vacuums, because there's going to be a lot of mess downstairs when they're done. Anyway, so I got the Air Robo Vacuum Cleaner P10, and there they go again. And then I got the Air Robo Vacuum Cleaner T10 Plus. Now this one was more affordable, so you do have 2 different price points. So if you want to try out a robot vacuum for yourself, which I highly recommend, it will change your life, links to them are down in the description. Now even though the P10 is a little bit more cheaper than the other, it does have really strong suction, so it sucks up pet hair absolutely fine, debris on the floor, and it really does clean your carpets. Now my favourite thing about these robot vacuums is that you can control it from your phone. Using the app, you can start vacuuming anywhere. So this is the app. As you can see, you've got lots of different options here. It has started to map out my house, but I need to do that a bit more, but it's so cool. I absolutely love coming home to a clean house, especially the floor, so I always like to start vacuuming by clicking my phone. Watch this. Oh, off she goes. Using the app as well, you can control its path. You can also, like I said, start it, and you can also control the suction level. So this one, the P10, which is the smaller one, does have 4 suction levels on it as well. As you can see, I've got on powerful, but I'm going to change it to max. Max level. Thank you. It also has voice control, so you can connect it to your Alexa and also your Google Assistant, so you can literally start vacuuming just by talking. It's very clever. It also does have a remote control, so you can control it by sitting on the sofa. Go robot, go! Look at this. I'm completely in control. As you can see, it's not that big, and it can fit under furniture if it's within the correct height distance. It also has 360 technology, so it won't bump into anything either. It does run up to 140 minutes, and when it needs charging, it does go back to its charging port and it charges itself. So you do have these little sweepers here, which helps to collect dust if it's like caught within gaps or anything. Seriously, these are absolutely amazing. Like I said, I do have a few in my house already. I absolutely love them. You will not go back to vacuuming the normal way ever again. This is just so smart. It saves so much time. And like I said, you can clean your floors, carpets, whatever, every single day without lifting a finger. Now this one is very, very interesting. So this little beauty does have USLAM Air 5.0 technology, so it's very smart. And there they go again. Don't worry, buddy, you've got a lot of cleaning up to do. Oh my gosh, the debris downstairs is going to be terrible. So this algorithm navigates more efficiently, so it adapts to complex environments. I need to unbox this for you guys to show you how it differs. Da, 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 da. We have a waste disposal bin. So thanks to this part, this vacuum is hands-free for 45 days. So inside, you've got a waste disposal bag, which is allergy friendly. There we go. So this robot vacuum automatically cleans itself. It is absolutely fascinating to watch. So cool.
Dust collection has been completed.
Now, not only does it sweep and vacuum, but it also mops as well. As you can see, it does look very similar to the P10, but this one has a water tank with it. So you just need to add this bit to your robo vacuum, and you can choose when and where it mops the floors. Also, just like the P10, you can control it from using your phone. It's very snazzy. So you can select its path, you can select its schedule, and there's also 3 levels of water control on here. So this one does differ time-wise from the P10. This one goes for a whopping 240 minutes. Again, you've got the little tentacles to sweep all that dust in. Like I said, it does have an advanced algorithm, so it does have that 360 awareness, so it doesn't bump into things, and it doesn't like fall off a step, if that makes sense. And you've also got a remote control as well. If you guys want to check out Air Robo, link to them is down in the description. This is honestly a great investment for the home. If you just want to like try it out, definitely start with the P10. It's a fabulous little vacuum. If there are any discount codes, I will link them down in the description as well. But let's go to Joe and check out how he's doing with the panelling.
And that is 1 coat of primer done. Now for the other 3 pieces. Okay, so this is the wall which we are panelling. You can see here I've drawn a line. This is 1 meter off of the skirting board. So to make these boxes right in the middle, I've marked 11 millimeters down, which will be my distance from the bottom of the data rail, 11 millimeters from the bottom of the skirting board, which gives me an exact dimension from that point to that point of 70 centimeters or 700 mil. So now from the top of my boxing out of my picture rail to the bottom is 70 mil. I've spaced them 180 mil apart, which means they can be 70 by 50, and I'll have a perfect enough room to fit 4 boxes along the wall. And this is where my genius comes in. So this is a 50 centimeter part, this is a 70 centimeter part, and the mitering matches perfectly. Obviously we have both open-ended on either end, but again, because I picked this type of picture rail, which is the same on each end, the next part I cut can just go straight to that top there. And then the bottom part I cut will fit perfectly to that part. So instead of having to reverse your miter for every single cut, they match after each one. Save myself some nice time. And once again, this little mitering tool really helps. So that is a 45 angle degree cut. You put the saw blade into that groove there and run it into that groove here, and it sits perfectly at a 45 degree angle. Cut your wood, take the saw out, boom, 45 degree. Also we want to avoid hitting the switch. So we're going to lay this wood on there. I'll put the level on the wood, put another pin in at the other end, make sure it's dead level. take it off, glue it, and then rest it back on the pins, squeeze it to the wall.
Good idea.
Make sure it's perfectly level. That's what you want, is a wonky wall.
It won't leave any holes with it, the nails.
I'm sticking gigantic pieces of wood to the wall. A tiny, tiny little hole isn't that big a deal.
Okay, right, let's do it. So we've just realised something that we should have done. What's that, Joe?
Well, I marked all my spaces for the picture boxes underneath where that rail is.
So we have to like remeasure it all, don't we?
Yeah, that's right.
The picture frames look perfect.
Oh.
So what Joe's done, he's marked 100mm off from the, what do you call this? Dado rail. And then we're going to draw a nice straight line across the wall. So 18 centimetres is going to be our gap then.
Yeah. Pencil.
Pencil.
So we do 50 mil from 18, so that gives us 68. And that is our first box.
Okay. Oh, yes. Wow. Oh my God, skills, Joe. That is skills right there. Well done.
Tube's only empty.
And there we go, we have our first box. So I'm going to come back when we've done the other three as well. How easy was that? Was that easy, hard, okay?
Easy for you when you're watching it. It's a lot of mental power to make sure you get the mitering in the right direction, the measurements in the right direction. Yeah, it does take
Any slight gaps we're going to fill in, aren't we?
Yeah,
and sand down,
yeah,
so.
Exactly, that could be sanded and filled, but yeah, it's the calculations and making sure your math is correct beforehand, which matters the most.
Okay, right, we're going to come back when you've done all four. Okay, look at this. It looks amazing. Oh my gosh, what dance is that?
It's Paddy Kimblet dance.
It looks so good. For your first ever attempt.
Not bad, is it?
Not bad at all. So we're just going to finish this bit.
So,
Are we going to paint it tonight? First coat, maybe?
Maybe, if you've got time.
We've got time. The complete wall. Time for prime time. Before painting, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Prime it, yeah, we've got to prime it. And
Caulk
then
it.
Caulk it, and then paint it.
Cool. So now that the primer is dry, we need to caulk it, which is what Joe has been doing all this morning. So it is just drying. So it's all lovely and sealed now. So we're just waiting for that to dry before we start painting, I guess. So the caulking is fully dry, give it a good sand. Ready for painting. Everything nice and soft, Joe? Smooth?
Get in there.
Milo and his favourite toy. He loves it. Basically we put food in there and it just like rolls out when he rolls it. Comes out when he rolls it. That's the right thing. Okay, we fast forward a couple weeks and pretty much everything is done downstairs paneling wise. I really want to show you a little sneak peek, but I do want to save a lot of it, like room reveals, until I do like that video in particular, but I will show you the paneling. It honestly looks insane. Joe's done a great job, and it actually turned out being much easier than what we thought. Okay, let's show you. So this is what we've done in the living room. We absolutely love it. It's pretty much the same technique as what we did in the kitchen that you've already seen, but we have this lovely gold dado rail in the center, so it is thicker than the picture rail here, but I mean, it makes such a difference. It's made the room seem much more opulent, grander, and just luxurious. And we've even done it on the TV wall. We also did decide to do paneling in the hallway just to make it feel a little bit more luxurious. We have done some different shapes here, but doing stairs is an absolute nightmare, but I think Joe has done a really great job. We're not sure if we want to carry on all the way up to the top floor. We'll just have to decide, but this is how it's looking so far. And here is the final kitchen paneling. I mean, Joe, you did such a great job, didn't you?
I did.
Really, really good job. So yeah, this looks absolutely incredible. Everyone who has come into the house absolutely loves it. And they say, oh, did a carpenter do that? But no, Joe did it. Joe the carpenter. But we have the biggest of all to do. Next room to do is this one. So this is going to be a huge, huge job. Are you going to be ready for it, Joe?
It's going to be hard.
It's going to be so hard, but this is how the garage conversion is looking. It looks great. We're not really sure what design we're going to do, but I think we're going to vlog it, aren't we?
Yeah.
We've just started on this TV wall, which I'm sure Joe will do a video on itself because you've done it all by yourself as well. There we go, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I do hope that this video helps you guys out there panel your homes by yourselves to help reduce the cost, because getting a professional in can be so expensive, especially with wood literally doubling in price, but you can do this at home and it's really simple to do. Also, don't forget to check out Air Robo. I've left a link down in the description. It's honestly so amazing to get an automatic robot vacuum in your home, and I highly suggest you try it. Link below. But as always, guys, make sure you link, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time for another video. Bye.